Hey everybody, Daniel Fusco here, and welcome to today's 2-minute message. People talk about it all the time. I want to make sure I live a life with no regrets. Unfortunately for many of us, what that means is that we let our cultural fear of missing out, always having to be involved in everything, to drive us into doing things. And then once we do them, we look back and we're like, man, I should never have done that. That was a bad decision. I know what that's like. I remember the way that I lived for so long when once I came to know Jesus, I look back on it, I'm like, man, that was bad. That was self-centered. It was wrong. It was not only immoral, it was hurtful to myself, other people. So I know what it's like to look back on my life and say, man, even though I thought that I was like, I didn't want to miss out on anything. I wanted to do all these things. You only live once. I had all those ideas. But I look back on it now and I'm like, man, those were just terrible decisions. So how can we make sure that we live a life of no regrets? Simply first, we need to follow Jesus. When you follow the Lord, Jesus drives you into a life that you look back on and you say, I can't believe that I got to be involved in that. A life full of love, full of truth, full of grace, full of generosity, a life full of self-sacrificial service. I've gotten to travel all over the world and serve people in some of the most vulnerable situations. Never once have I looked back on those times and said, I shouldn't have done that. That was a bad decision. I look back on those times and I'm like, I can't even believe I got to help somebody in a bad situation, even in the smallest of ways. Listen, you only get one life, and there's nothing worse than living that one life, looking back and saying, I shouldn't have done that. I wish I hadn't done that. We need to follow the Lord, and Jesus will lead us into a life not only without regrets, but a life full of His presence and His blessings. Now, this is what I want you to do. I want you to share this video because, listen, we only get one chance to live today. You can't go back and redo yesterday, but you do have control over the choices you make in the upcoming days. And we don't want to live any lives of regret. And in the comment section, tell a little bit of your story, how Jesus has led you from a life of regret into the abundant life and the life that God would have for us. And God bless you today.